Well, hi and welcome to my beautiful office. Overcast morning, but it's very calm. There are lots of birds chirping. It's very peaceful. It's awesome. Now, 2021, I have named the year of discovery, because that's just the way the year has started off for me. I found something that I had no idea was in here, pretty much just like the agile antechinus. I came across a dead feather-tailed glider. Now they're a tiny little possum that glides. And I came out a couple of nights later after that. It was a nice, warm, clear night, no breeze. And I went out for a walk, see whether I could see any. There's plenty of trees that were flowering and shrubs. So I thought I might get lucky. Just have a look anyway. I didn't find them at all, and I'll have to work that out later on. We'll just keep coming out at night and seeing if we can find them. But while I was out on this night, I heard the sounds that I've heard in the distance in the past up close. I've always wondered what made this vocalisation, this weird noise. And I go back years ago, I'd sit out in the bush studying the agile antechinus at night, and I would hear these noises, these sounds coming through the forest pretty quickly. And I put those sounds down to being the tawny frogmouth, because they make weird noises. So over the years, that's what I sort of thought it was, but I always wanted to visually see what it was making these noises, these sounds, so I could verify it. I have listened to sounds of the Yellow Bellied Glider on the internet, and when this thing was up so close, I sort of thought, maybe it is them. So I kept wandering through the reserve. I could hear that sound every now and then, but I couldn't get any visual look-see, so but I had a nice night, and I come across quite a lot of the usual characters that I see, sugar gliders, things like that. So I thought, if I get a nice night like that again, where it's clear and there's no breeze and it's nice and warm, I'll come out and have another go. Well, 3 days later, I get my opportunity. I came out into the bush, and just on dusk, and I walked to the back of the reserve first, and just stood there for a little while, and then all of a sudden, I hear those vocalisation coming at me. And I'm listening to them crashing through the bush, making very boisterous noises. So as soon as they'd land, I could hear them rattling the bark that's on the trees at the minute. You can see here lots of bark hanging down on them. Then one crashed into the tree in front of me. I quickly turned my video camera on, and filming in infrared, I got my first glimpse of what makes this vocalisation, and that is the Yellow Bellied Glider. Actually see one for real and listen to it. So it was awesome experience. Straight after that there was another one on the other side of me. I couldn't see it. I tried to get the spotlight on, but I could only hear it. I couldn't see it. It was high up in the trees. Then there was another one behind me, and then another one behind me. So there was 4 out, and I just thought, wow, you know, I'm just going slowly, walking over to them, seeing whether I could see anything else. There was a boobook owl out, and then there was quite a few sugar gliders out as well. Then I spotted some eyes in a wattle tree very low to the ground, and they were the eyes of the brush-tailed possum. So I ended up having a really good night. Wombat as well. It was awesome. It was just an awesome night. So I got another opportunity a week later. Came out, didn't have much success, but what I did start to work out is where those yellow bellied gliders are actually coming from. So as I stood there, I could hear them coming from the same direction I heard them coming from the other night, my first encounter. So I went out on another night and I did the same thing. I came down just before dusk, and I knew that the powerful owl was perching in its normal perch that goes on every odd night. I'll find it, come out into the bush in the morning, and I'll see it in this particular tree. So I thought I'd start there. I wanted to get it flying off its perch, going out hunting for the night. And I've learnt from the boobook owl that as soon as they open up their wings and start stretching them, start filming, because they're going to fly. I've come out for another night session. I'm looking straight at a male powerful owl who likes to roost in this oak tree. So it's just getting on dusk now, and what I want to do is capture him flying off from his perch with the XF400 in infrared mode. Add it to my collection for my documentary. Right, I've probably got another 15 minutes before he flies off. I'll sign off for now. Then we'll try and see if I can find where the yellow bellied gliders actually live and capture them coming out of the hollow trees that I suspect that they live in, before they move on out into the bush. Alright, sign off now. Well, that was awesome. I couldn't have written a better script for that. It flew straight at me. It flew over to the branches behind me, and I managed to get a bit more of it sitting there looking around as the wallaby started jumping away because it heard me. So it was watching that, and then it just flew off further over. Friggin' awesome. I'm going to go over to the other spot I was just talking about, where I think the yellow bellied gliders live. It's just a perfect light as well, so they might be coming out very, very soon. So I'll get on my bike. Wow. That's that male powerful owl. That stupid kookaburra's singing over top of him. I think I just heard the female. Awesome. Alright, moving on. We're getting very dark. Right, where's my trail? I'm starting to hear yellow bellied gliders, but they're not coming out of the trees that I thought that they might be living in. They're coming from up the hill where the messmate trees are. There's a lot of hollows up there as well. These are just dead messmate, grey gums. They're coming in close. Right, I want to get XF 100 turned on and see whether I can film them up close, maybe. Now what a yellow bellied glider sounds like, to me anyway, is a wood duck mixed with a pig. That's the only way I can describe that weird noise, is a cross between those two. Well, that was a very productive night. Quite enjoyed it. Didn't get to film the yellow bellied gliders, but I couldn't have asked for a better performance from that powerful owl flying right past me. It was awesome. I'd say I learned a hell of a lot, even though I didn't see those yellow bellied gliders. I learnt that they definitely live up on top of the hill there in the messmate tree. So this is where I was talking to you last night, from when I was waiting for him to come out. I'll just let you have a look around. So up on the hill there is where they're coming from consistently. So that's 3 nights in a row that I've heard them come from up there. So that's a fair bit of knowledge picking up already. And the 3 nights that I've been out here, they've always, at least 2 of them, have gone that way, over to the track where I filmed that first one. So if you hang around there, you would definitely get something, and occasionally would get something amazing. So they seem to split up. You could hear them coming. 2 were heading that way, and others going straight through. So heading straight through the bush and over further to where the powerful owl sits. So my skills that I've learnt over the years of studying animals, picking up on every little detail, that's just part of me now. I listen out and get an understanding of an animal. They're very boisterous, easy to hear them rustling in the bark as they land. Quite a thud when they land onto a tree, and you hear them going up the bark. They call every maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so to keep in contact with the others, and you'll hear each one do a little bit of a call, and then it goes silent and you're listening out for that noise of the bark to tell you where they are. I've come out on a reconnaissance mission to see where the yellow bellied gliders live. I have my camera pointing at a tree that they might be in. So I've come up the hill to where I've been hearing them coming from. I've only got 2 options here, but we'll just see how it goes, and I can work from this anyway. If I hear them come further up the hill, I'll look at that during the day. So yesterday I came and had a good look, and I thought, well, this is a good spot to start. I've got this one tree here, another one there. That one's living, this one's dead. The powerful owl held me up because I could hear it calling. So I went to where it was, and as soon as I set up the camera and let it shut up, I wouldn't call again. But I can hear it now. But yeah, I was running out of time. Well, there you go. There's another one up the hill there. So I was running out of time, so I had to come up here. Alright, I'm going to shut up now. I'm going to listen and see where they come from. On top of the Osmo there, a light I've been using throughout this video. It's my other headlamp. It's not as powerful as my other one, but my other headlamp fits onto the Sennheiser lavalier kit bracket for the Osmo action camera. so the receiver fits into that. Well, I just tied up the elastic from the headband that's on the light, because this is a very white, clean light. It throws the Osmo into absolute chaos. It can't work out what colour it's supposed to be going to with the Kelvin temperatures. So I added on cellophane. It's what you wrap presents up with. I couldn't find any orange, which would be the right colour, but the red was close enough. So I just have to, in post, try and fix up a bit. So there you go, just a bit of, me being creative. But so they've come out from further up the hill, so I'm going to have a look during the daylight. I just saw one fly off from this big tree up the top here, which is actually on someone's property. I'm going to have to check it out properly. I don't want them shooting me. There you go, you can hear them now. So they're flying back down the hill. I'll start walking back home. If I can film them, I will. But otherwise, yeah, to really have a look during the daylight hours. See where they're actually, which tree they're coming from. Jumped out of that one. But whether or not they've come from further up the hill, I don't know. But anyway, that's it for tonight probably. But, we're learning. And that's what it's all about, homing in on them. There you go, I've learnt a lot this year. It's the year of discovery. Don't know what's in store for me for the rest of the year. But I'll be excited to find out, that's for sure. That's all I've got for you for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face that's down here in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And if you want to get notification, hit the little bell while you're there. And if you liked this video, if you could be bothered giving me a like, that would be awesome. It'll help me grow my channel. And if you want to go and have a look at all the mad and crazy things I've been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this video. It'll take you to my channel. I talk about photographing and filming in a forest environment, take you on adventures whenever I go on them. I've covered a hell of a lot of stuff to do with photography. So go and have a browse. There'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. Now stay safe, stay away from that coronavirus stuff. And always remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.